Hello my dear students, Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. So this is the biology class, chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. So this is the online class for 9th standard grade. So I heartily welcome everyone, Sharanu Sharanarthigalu. Okay, now you observe here we are started that new aspect in the biology. Before we are discussing the fundamental unit of the life, now here I am clarifying that what do you mean by biology. Biology is a branch of science. It deals with the study of living organisms. Biology is a branch of science. It deals with the study of living organism. Which are the living organisms we will discuss here? We are discussing about plants, animals and microorganisms. But here this chapter name is the fundamental unit of life. So which one is the fundamental unit of the life? The fundamental unit of the life is cell. A cell is a basic unit of all living organisms. So here the plants are made up of cells, animals are made up of cells and microorganisms also made up of cells. All unicellular and multicellular which are the organisms are there in the earth planet, those all made from which is the fundamental unit of cell. The cell is the basic unit or fundamental unit of life. Okay, so this is the little introduction about the fundamental unit of life. Now my dear students, we will discuss which are the aspects are there in this chapter one by one. Okay, so are you ready for listening this chapter? Yes, fine. Here the first scientist who discovered cell, his name is Mr. Robert Hooke. His name Robert Hooke. He was the first to discover the unit of cell, the basic unit of cell. Cells were first discovered by Robert Hooke in the year 1665. He only the first discovered cell. His name Mr. Robert Hooke in the year 1665. He observed a thin slice of cork under his self-designed microscope. He only designed microscope. He has taken a thin slice of cork under this microscope and observed that, so he has seen that somewhat different structures in the microscope. This slice of cork resembled the structure of the honeycomb consisting of small compartments. So he has taken a thin slice of cork. So the cork is nothing but, if you take inside the white color of the jowar stem, jowar stem, inside the layer it is like a thermocol. So that thin slice of cork he has selected and he was observed under his microscope. But how these structures were arranged in his observing the slide, like a honeycomb. It look like a honeycomb, and they have the small compartment structures. He named these small compartment as a cells. He only named. And next you see the Robert Hooke called these boxes are nothing but cells. These are nothing but cells, and cells is actually not an English word. It is derived from the Latin word. So in the Latin we can say cell, but the meaning of this cell is a little room. A cell is derived from the Latin word, and naming is a little room. So he was the first to discover the cell and in his designed microscope. So is it clear? Understood? So which type of cork he has selected to observing this cells? Okay, he has taken a thin slice of cork and observed under the microscope, but the structure was honeycomb like and a small compartments. Then he named that these are nothing but a small or little room, and we can say that these are the cells. Clear, my dear students? Okay, fine. So next we can observing. Yes, he was designed microscope. We can say that Robert Hooke's microscope. He only designed microscope and he has taken a thin slice of cork and observed under this microscope, but he observed, so the different shape means honeycomb like structure. So he was only invented this microscope. Okay, are you observed this slide? Okay. Next, so Robert Hooke observed, just I told here, this is the cork, comes from the bark of the tree, otherwise jowar. Bark you take, otherwise jowar cork is very available in our surrounding. So this is, he was taken cork and make it into very small pieces, and that thin slice of cork he was kept under the microscope, and what is the structure he was observed here? Honeycomb like structure. Here the structure of the cells or compartment of the cells. So one side cork is there and another side honeycomb like structures. These structures nothing but, he said, cells. And next you have studied in the previous class about the unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Unicellular organism means here the organism which is made up of a single cell. The organism which is made up of a single cell, we are saying that unicellular organism. Here uni means single, cell means it is the basic unit of the organism. So uni means single and cell means basic unit of the organism. The organism which is made up of a single cell, then we can say that those organisms are nothing but unicellular organism. The example of unicellular organisms are the amoeba, Chlamydomonas, Euglena, Entamoeba, next to Paramecium, etc. are the made up of a single cell. But our body is made up of shells only. Okay, so we are saying that not we are the unicellular organism, we are all multicellular organism, because our organism, my body is made up of many cells, then we can say that multicellular organism. But in the slide you are observing, these are the unicellular organism because these are made up of only one cell, then you can say unicellular organisms. Okay, understanding? Nice. So next we go for multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are made up of more than one cell or more than two cells, you can say that. What do you say? Multicellular organism. The definition of the multicellular organisms are like this. So here the organism is made up of many cells or more cells or infinite or uncountable number of cells, then we can say multicellular organism. So multi means here many or more, and cellular is nothing but cells, basic unit of the organism. And what you say here? Multicellular means the many cells of bearing animals are called multicellular organisms. So example of multicellular organisms are there which are seeing in our surrounding, plants, tree, animals, those all made from that many cells. Now you can say that those are the multicellular organisms, and we also multicellular organism. So which are made up of single cell, those organisms you said that unicellular organism, but we can't see those microorganisms if we want to see these organisms under the compound microscope or electronic microscope. Okay, but multicellular organisms we can visible in our surrounding, plants and animals. So because these are made up of many cells, and next we can say that the organisms are the multicellular organisms. So the organisms having multicellular, we can say that animals, examples are the animals, fungi, plants, and also we are observing the living organism in our surrounding. Those are all the multicellular organisms. Okay, understood? Fine. Next you observe here the different cells in human body. See, we are the human beings. In our body only we are observing that these are the different cells are located in our body. Okay, but we are commonly saying that which one is the basic unit of the living organism or human being? Cells we can say. But the structure and different cells which are present in the human body only. The scientific of the human being is called Homo sapien. So this is also very important, you can keep in your mind. Let us start the different cells in human body. So first one is nerve cell. Which one is there? Nerve cell. So nerve cell is the basic unit of the nervous tissue or nervous system. Which one is the basic unit of the nerve tissue? Nerve cell. And the nerve cell is also called as neuron. Another name of the nerve tissue or nerve cell is neuron. So this nerve cell or neuron is a basic unit of nervous tissue or nerve tissue. Okay, it is a very biggest and largest shell in our body. Okay, next you see fat cell is there, the fat content of the body. So the fat content of the body in our human being, so where the fat is available in the part of the body, so these are having the cell structure is like a ring. And bone cell is a basic unit of bone tissue or bones. And next one is sperm. The sperm is a basic unit of the male sex organ, basic unit. And next one is blood is there. The blood cells also we can see like a biconcave shape. These are the basic unit of the blood tissue. And next one is ovum. So this is the ovum is the very smallest unit of the ovary of the female body. See, you are observing a colorful cells which are situated or present in the human body. So these are the different cells in human body. So clear, my dear students? Okay, fine. Next you observe. Okay, now we come to the main point of this chapter, that is the cell. The cell is a fundamental unit of the life, or the cell is a basic unit of living organism, or cell is a structural and functional unit of the living organism. So in our planet, or which is our planet? Earth is our planet. So Earth is also called as a unique planet. Why you can call unique planet? Because on the Earth we are observing living organisms are there. These all living organisms are made from the shells. Okay, in the cell we are classified into two types. Those are the unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Okay, unicellular organism and multicellular organism. Let us see what is the cell. A shell is the smallest unit that is capable of performing life function. See, our life function is depending upon the which basic unit here, shell. So, in the cell we are observed that in the previous class, the cell is having three main components. Those are the cell membrane, cytoplasma and nucleus. These are the three important components of the cell. The outer layer of the cell we can say cell membrane, and at the dark part of the cell we can name that nucleus. In between the cell membrane and nucleus, a jelly like a or fluid like a substance is there, that is called cytoplasma. These three are the very important components of the cell. Here we are discussing about the cell. So, what is cell? Cell is a basic unit of living organism. So, later we are discussing about the what is the function of the cell membrane, cell next to cytoplasm and nucleus one by one. So, now here we are discussing in this slide, a cell is the smallest unit that is capable of performing life functions or all living organisms. Clear? Okay? Yes. Next you observe. So, just we have studied three components are there in the cell. The shape and size of cells are related to the specific function they perform. The cell shape and size of the cells are related to the specific function they perform. For example, we have observed that the neuron or nerve cell, it is the longest cell in our body. This neuron is performing their function by their nervous tissue. Okay, which are located cells in our body, they are performing their function. Which function? Specific function they can do. Understood what I am telling? Fine. Each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions also. Each living cell has their capacity to performing the certain basic function. Which are the basic function? So, they can respiring, digest the food material, exchange of gases, every process takes place in the each living cell. Next, cell containing a specific component called organelles. So, in the cytoplasma we can see the living structures are there. Those living structures performing their particular functions. The cell contains a specific component called organelles. Those are present in the cytoplasm. So, later we will discuss. Each kind of cell organelle performs specific function, just I told you. All cells are found to have the same organelle irrespective of their function and which organism they are found in. So, this is the performing functions of the cell in the living organism. So, are you understood these features of the cell? Okay. So, next you observe and observing here, cell membrane are also known as plasma membrane. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. So, it is the outermost covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from the external environment. So, here the cell membrane, what is the cell membrane? It is a very delicate layer surrounded around the cell is called cell membrane or plasma membrane. So, it is the outermost covered of the cell, and it can be separates the contents of the cell from the external environment. Which are the things need to the this cell? It can be pass or it is passing through the cell membrane, and which are the unwanted materials are releasing in the cell, it can be throughout their body through the cell membrane. Okay. Next, allows the entry and exit of the material in and out of the cell. It also prevents the movement of the some other material and is therefore called a selectively permeable membrane. The cell membrane is also we can call selectively permeable membrane. Why it is called selectively permeable membrane? Because this membrane, which are the things are need to the cell, it can be passed through the cell membrane, that is the selectively permeable membrane. So, it need, which one is need outer of the cell, it can be passed through the cell membrane, and which one is not useful in the cell, that can be exit out of the cell through the cell membrane, then we can say that selectively permeable membrane. The plasma membrane is a flexible and is made up of organism molecules like proteins and lipids. See here, the plasma membrane is there in the cell. It is a flexible and it is a made up of organic material or organic molecules. Those are the proteins and lipids. That's why it is in the flexible of the plasma membrane or cell membrane. So these are the some character or features of the cell membrane just we have discussed, and remaining part we will discussing in the next class. So thank you my dear students. Sharanu Sharanarthigalu.